Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to the channel. My name is Michelle Expert and I hope that you're going to enjoy all the content that is on this channel and that is to come. So on today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys things that will definitely ruin your business. Doom. I'm joking. I'm going to be sharing with you guys this one important thing that I've learned in my business and brand journey that if you are not careful of, it will ruin your business. And let me actually just start you off like this, right? I don't know about you, but I remember when I was little, every single time that I had to go to school, there was a certain pattern of things of a certain way that my parents used to make me do things in the morning. So for instance, I would get up in the morning, right? Immediately go to the bathroom to brush my teeth and then take off my clothes to take a shower or take a bath and then put clothes on and then have breakfast, right? Although some people might do things differently, but that is how things were every single day. I would literally do it with my eyes closed. Funny story. Very, very funny story. This one time, I think I came back from school, I was in primary school, I came back from school, I was so exhausted. So immediately when I got home, I slept, right? And then I was woken up to have dinner in the evening. And what happened is the person that woke me up, I think it was my aunt, when she woke me up, she just woke me up and then left the room. I don't know where my mind was at that time, but I felt like I'd slept so much. So the moment I woke up, I literally woke up, went into the bathroom to brush my teeth and started preparing to take a shower until she came and just, trying to hurry me to the table because everybody's waiting for me to have dinner. That is literally how that whole thing was engraved in my mind, that this is every time I wake up, this is basically what I do, right? So if you look back into your life right now, you will realize that there's a certain way that you've always done things every single day. It could be your morning routine, right? It could be your evening routine when you go to bed. There are just things that you've done so often that you really don't need to be told to do, that you can do with your eyes closed actually. And you can even look at this from a point of driving, for instance, right? Every time you get in the car and you start your car, you don't have to say, okay, now let's change the gear, or now let's hold the steering wheel. These are things that happen naturally when you drive. And if when you come across like stop signs, intersections, or whatever the case, you just know what to do. And those things are basically called systems. Systems are the reason why multiple businesses actually fail, mainly because I'll tell you why. And this is something that I noticed within my business as well. Because systems have a way of just giving you a lot more structure in your life and in your business. And for the purpose of this video, I want you to look at systems for both in your brand / business and also in your personal life. Because I have been taking a huge knock in literally realizing the importance of them in my personal life. And I'm going to get into this a little bit. But in your business, they become so important, mainly because you need to have a way of doing things. This allows you to remain consistent, because consistency is key. If you've been on this channel, you know we talk a lot about consistency and you being able to show up all the time. Consistency is so key. But you will not be consistent if you don't have a system. If you don't have a morning routine, your mornings will always be all over the place. Or a night routine, your evenings will always be all over the place because you don't have a set time of doing certain things a certain way. And those are systems. Systems in a business allows you to remain consistent, mainly because things are done in a certain way at a certain time, and it also helps you increase your productivity because you are being consistent, right? Sometimes within our businesses, systems do work as far as automation is concerned and using technology to do so, which is absolutely important if you are in that type of business. But I need you to realize that in whatever it is that you're doing within your business and your brand, you need a system. A system says that if I am filming content today, right now, what does my system look like? My system looks like first setting up lighting and then putting up my camera, or first dress. How do you work through that system? Because when you have a system, it becomes so much easier to get up and do something, mainly because when you don't have a system, you're basically giving yourself too much mental space to think about where to start, what to do, and when to do it. And sometimes we will end up procrastinating because you're so tired to start thinking about what to wear right now. You're so tired to start thinking about where to place the lighting, or how to put your face together, or what to say, But when you have a system, it becomes so much easier because you can do these things without feeling like you're having to work too hard to do it, which becomes very, very important for your business. Now let's get into the personal life side of things. Now, let me just say that systems for every business look very different depending on the business that you are in, depending on the hours that you work, depending on the times, depending on the niche, depending on the market. They're very vast, but I want you, from a business perspective, from your brand and business perspective, I want you to start looking at what are the things and what are the ways you can begin to come up with systems that will be able to increase your productivity and help you become more consistent, to be able to provide and show up a little bit more for your clients and just give quality. And I think we talk a lot about consistency. I'm chewing my words. And it's important to realize that the more consistent you are, the more people trust you, the more your clients trust you, and the more you get more clients, because you become trusted in that particular niche and area. So therefore you get to make more money and more business because you've caught momentum and you're constantly there and you're showing up, and people want to transact with you. People want to give you their money because they trust that, hey, if I can give her my money, she's going to deliver. You get? So that's why that is important. But let's look at your personal life. This has been my recent lesson, okay? You need to have systems in your life. And systems is basically a morning routine, an evening routine, and just during the day, what do you do? What times do you have lunch? So I just recently shifted from like having a baby and now coming back to like slowly, I can't say slowly because I feel like I'm heavy in right now, but coming back to work and coming back to like producing content, doing what I love, getting back to my business and starting to like find other ways to generate income, trying to start other businesses. And one of the things I noticed is that because I have a little person in the mix, some of my systems have been changed up a little bit, and I found myself, I think I shared with you guys in other videos, where I found myself kind of struggling to be consistent and struggling to be productive because I just felt like everything is all over the place until I started putting together a system to say, okay, now that I have this new little beautiful thing in my life, I need to be able to create a system that also works within every single thing that I want to do and also works with this person as well. And what does that system look like? This means I need to have a morning routine that includes this person, or that includes me delegating and helping. Also, systems help you delegate. Systems actually help you know what needs to be done, so that when you tell someone else to help you with that particular thing, you're not entirely lost, and you're not like you're not just sitting there and not knowing how they should do it, but because you already know, it's easier for you to show them, and it's easier for you to like fit that person into a system, i.e. a helper, right? So I've had to kind of like transition into trying to put together a system and say, okay, for me to get enough rest, because I've got a little person that sometimes wakes up in the middle of the night, how can I ensure that I get proper sleep? Do I need to set a system to sleep a little bit more in the mornings? Do I need to set a system to sleep a little bit more in the evenings? You know, that type of thing. For my work, what is my system when I edit my videos? Do I do the cuts first and then eventually put in the plugins that I want to do, or do I put in the plugins and then, you know, but what do you do with your work? How does your system look like? In the same way that every time you wake up in the morning, you go to your bathroom, you brush your teeth, if your system is wired like that, you brush your teeth and then immediately take a shower, or you brush your teeth and then go have breakfast and then you take a shower after that. Whatever that thing is like in your life, it is a system. And sometimes we've got bad systems in our lives, okay? We've got bad systems in our businesses. So you need to be able to evaluate and ask yourself, is the system making me consistent? Or am I being consistent? Because then if I'm not being consistent, clearly I've got a system that is not working and I need to reevaluate it. Am I being productive? If I'm not being productive, clearly I need to reevaluate my system and find a system that is going to work for me, find a system that is going to just make my life a little bit more easier and is going to allow me to be as productive as I've always wanted to be. And those things become very vital and very important for where you need to go. I really believe that the success of anything that we do in our lives is really based on how often we show up, right? Because then people get to trust us, brands are watching, you know, clients are watching, and the more we're showing up and the more we are being more consistent, it makes it easier for us to start calling a certain price and for us to grow as well, because you're catching momentum and you're constantly elevating yourself, your career, your business, your platform, that it just makes it easier for people to be like, you know what, I've seen her grow, you know what, she's good at what she does. You know what, I know that if I pay this person X amount of money to be my coach or to consult for me, they're not going to run away. They've been consistent and I've seen them do this thing over and over again for X amount of months, X amount of days, X amount of weeks, X amount of years. So therefore, it's so much easier when I invest in it. Actually, an example of consistency that is good, and I don't think a lot of businesses use this enough in this day and age. But it used to be such a thing back in the day where you find a company will have their company name and then they will say since 1959 as an example, or since 1960. They're basically just trying to show you that they've been doing what they're doing for such a long time, therefore they're really just trying to get you to trust them, because if they've been doing it for such a long time, surely they've cracked the system, surely they know how to do it consistently enough, surely they will never run away because they've been together they've been not together. Why am I thinking about these things? Surely they have been in the industry for such a long time, so therefore you can trust them. All right, so those are things that if you are not in the lookout of, stands the chance of actually ruining your business. I have seen it ruin a business that I've started before. I've shared with you guys in multiple videos that I've posted on my YouTube channel. So today I'm just really challenging you to evaluate your systems. Look at your systems. Are they working for you? And if they're not, start finding systems that are working for you. And if you have systems that are not working for you, you might want to join our Go June challenge that we are doing on Instagram. Basically, being productive, being boss girls, boss people, and just achieving our goals. But we're basically just making an intentional commitment to go each and every single day for the month of June and do the things that we, haven't been feeling like doing, or do the things that we might not necessarily want to do, mainly because we're champions. And we want to make more money, we want to have an impact, we want to live our purpose, we want to, we want to be fulfilled, and we want to be happy, and we can only do that if we are accountable to ourselves. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have watched it to this point, I need you to realize that if you're not subscribed to this channel, you need Jesus, okay? Subscribe to this channel, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and click the notification bell, okay, so that you're notified every single time I post a video, so you don't miss out, especially when we do the premieres, because they're always so nice that I can engage and chat to you guys all the time. So thank you once again. Have yourself a beautiful one. I'll see you guys in my next video.